Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. How are we today, you guys? Hope y'all are having a good day. My day has not been too bad. It was probably the best day of all this week so far, work-wise, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm also not super sleepy today, which is nice because I haven't been sleeping that well lately, you know? I don't know. I get in these phases where I'll have dreams like every single night. And I don't know why, but for me, anytime I have a dream, I feel like a zombie when I wake up the next day. So I've been having like dreams constantly lately, just really weird, random dreams, whatever, you know? Half the time I don't remember them when I wake up. I've been feeling really tired for the past like 2 weeks because of that. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that although I did have a dream still last night, I woke up feeling like not too shabby today. And like as the day's gone on, I haven't like I felt a little bit like crashy near the end of work, but after I got home, I did a little workout, showered, ate dinner, and after the stream, I have to pack because I'm going home to visit my parents this weekend, and Tay's coming along with me to meet the kitties. So it's been a busy day. I haven't really had the opportunity to get sleepy since I got home. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good though. Feeling pretty good. And I'm ready to hop into more Danganronpa 2 today, you guys. I've heard we are about to get some lore, some story after that trial for Nagito, and I'm still grieving. I'm still grieving on both fronts. Still grieving. But, you know, I am excited to see what's going to come out of everything that's happened so far. And finally, hopefully getting some bigger questions answered, you know? I'm still waiting for this game to admit that Nagito is Makoto. I'm not faltering on that one, okay? I'm waiting for them to just admit it. So who knows? Maybe that'll happen today. I genuinely have no idea what to expect. I don't know if we're just gonna fall back into our normal life. Wait, no, I don't think so. We're waiting for the countdown to finish, aren't we? Yeah, and then the game's over. I think that's what Monokuma said. Feel ya on that one. I was almost falling asleep at work today. Yeah, and I hate that. Like, I usually crash after lunch, you know? I get really, really sleepy and I'm like, ugh, can hardly keep my eyes open. And I did get like that a little bit, but not as bad as every other day this week. So that was nice. And like I said, once I got home and I was like, go, 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 I woke right up. So feeling pretty good, ready to stream. Sorry to hear you've been feeling sleepy though. Hopefully, if you haven't been getting super good sleep, I hope you can manage to get some good sleep tonight, Joe. That's what I'm hoping for me, because I got a bit of a drive tomorrow. But I found out yesterday we were told that tomorrow we're going to be allowed to leave at 1. I usually work until 4:30. So I'm super excited about that. That is like really nice because then I can leave earlier to go home. So we'll get there earlier and it's just going to be overall much nicer. So really fortunate that they ended up deciding to let us have early on Friday. I'm super duper excited about that. So just have to get through work tomorrow until 1 and then we're gonna head out and it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. And I think, you know, we're gonna waste no time here. I've been told that with the story that's left and everything, it sounds like we probably still have a couple good streams left of this game. It's cracking me up because I know Az said that I might finish Zero Escape ZTD before I finish Danganronpa 2 at this point. So I guess we're just gonna have to see how that plays out. But yeah, let's see what we find out with this ticking time bomb or whatever the fuck be going on, and what we can find out about our past life, our school life, and everything else that's going on here. I'm excited to see what's up. And I also am still waiting to see, so like, I guess we've determined that Chiaki was the traitor. And yeah, Chiaki was the traitor. But I still believe in Sonia theory as far as like the mastermind or who like the bad guy is. So we're holding on for as long as we can. We're gonna see what unfolds before us today. Interestingly, not just the people who most recently died have stuff if you click their door. Everyone who's died so far has new lines. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I'm so totally gonna check that out. All right, I feel like I had a fun dream somehow. Oh, I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day, according to Monokuma. And do we trust him? Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage. Oh, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Stop! Do not tell me right now that simulation theory is real! Stop! Stop it right now! Stop it right now! Hold... stop. Hold on, I need to breathe. Pause. Everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up. Hold on, I gotta turn my heater off. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Stop. Shut the fuck up. No. No. Quit that. Don't. Stop that. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. No. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to have my cracked ass theory confirmed. Stop it. Stop it right. I'm literally gonna lose my fucking marbles. I'm gonna lose my fucking marbles. This is not good for my ego. I'm gonna get too into myself with this. Stop. Stop it. Stop. I can't breathe. Stop. 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 Everyone, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran in.
Hello there.
Is this a dream? Am I dreaming? Have I finally lost it? I haven't been coping well, you know. I've been through a lot. I could be hallucinating. That's definitely a possibility. But the whole glitching out thing would be a really weird hallucination. This makes sense. This, sure. For sure. You know? But the glitchy thing? I don't know. Don't forget the doors since a lot has happened in the last 30 seconds. Okay, yeah. We won't forget. Okay. Good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
You took one of Dr. Mario's pills, that's why it was glitching out. Am I hallucinating? Because I straight up might be. Thank you for the hydrate, Cinder, and the stretchy as well. No, you guys, I started this stream cold and I'm like hot now. That is probably the best fucking thing that could have possibly happened to start up this stream. That is probably the most exciting, amazing, wonderful, beautiful, spectacular, delicious thing that could have possibly happened. I'm pumped. Stop it. Okay, we weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. I like to think that like my neighbors out in the hall can just hear me going, stop, 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 stop. And they're like, should we intervene? Does she need help? No, I'm just playing Danganronpa, neighbor. I'm really sorry if I'm being loud. I'm just really excited right now, okay? I am so desperate. I am so desperate for this to be a simulation and for it to mean that everybody's good, especially you, baby girl. Especially you, okay? I am so desperate for that there's no way for me to not be fucking just jumping out of my seat at that tiny ass little glitch. Well, not really tiny, actually. It was pretty substantial. But, you know, anyway. Okay, we gotta focus. Okay. If I recall, someone did say that it was exactly the right line to stop the last stream on. I'm pretty sure that was Az. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Az. Can't say, but wanted to let you know I'm lurking. Kick ass. Thank you, Cinder. Thank you so much for the lurk. Hope you have a good rest of your night. All right, we weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that? I like that we've just accepted that she's here talking to us. Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. Okay, Queen, whatever you say. Whatever you say, babe. Whatever you say. Stop. Stop it. Just literally stop it right fucking now. Okay, so basically this says, Mama, what happened? Hanamura, right? Diner. Okay. Tremble with fear. I will die twice. Okay. Whatever you say, King. Whatever you say. Oh. Why is this one normal? Nagito, I can't believe you actually left a will. Fine, then I'll make sure to listen to your last words. Shit, do it. Yeah, I like the face. Byakuya! Except not Byakuya, apparently. Kaiju fate of the Togami clan. 2389. I should hurry over to the restaurant. Everyone should already be waiting. Oh, whoa. Forgive me, love me, forgive me, love me, forgive me. I forgive you, Queen. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. A, B, start. Sorry, guys, don't lose. It's making me think of that. There's like that Vocaloid song with Rin and Len. I forget what it's called, but it has like that kind of thing. I should hurry over. Oh yeah, right. You're still alive. Mr. Maybe Mr. Rant? Squish, Miss Mahiru. Yeah. Every time it seems like that it says a name, there's 4 digits after it. I wonder if that means something. Is it like a part? I know nothing at all about coding, but like, don't like different characters have like, you know, like number or like different whatever people programmed into like games have like numbers or something? I don't know anything. Never. You know what? Pretend you didn't hear that. Actually, I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. Oh, whoa, that was fun. Justice Tool Young Master you. Want to make amends, say cheese, smile. 2243. So what you're talking about would usually be a UUID, but that's way longer. Okay. Yeah, never mind. You can ignore me. Yahoo! Listen to one song, please. Oh, is this Ibukis? Yeah, Ibukis. Okay. Interesting. Love it. Amazing. I'm hype. I'm hype. I'm having a great time. I'm so fucking excited right now. Stop it. Don't talk to me. I'm so excited. They're pinned to their ATM. Imagine. Perfect. There's no hole in the ceiling anymore. Wait. Did this room always look like this? Something feels different. Like, did it always look? Well, the wall isn't blasted for sure, but like, is the furniture anything different? No, not the Chiaki. Maybe I'm just tripping. I mean, the hole isn't there, so that's a thing. But is like any of the furniture different? Or did it always look like that? I know those were always there. I don't know why. This just looks different to me, but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The hole being gone is definitely an interesting thing. Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. Was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
Stop it. Stop. I can't do this right now. Listen, just hear me out for a second, you guys, okay? I felt like a fucking genius, okay? When I called that old fucking lady was Akane, okay? As if, and okay. But like, I felt like a genius, but I also like was very confident in it solely because it really looked like her to me, okay? This simulation theory is a lot more cracked, okay? And that I didn't really have that same confidence in it. Just like, oh, this is a fun thing that could potentially be a thing. And I like it. And it's crazy and I don't really have good backing for it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it because that sounds fun. So if there's any possibility that I was, even if it's not, even if I don't have it completely correct, but in any way, shape, or form, I was somewhat onto something with that, I'm literally going to lose my fucking shit. My ego is about to go through the fucking roof. Okay? Like, you can't ground me after this. Okay? Like, if simulation theory has any credibility to it, like, I'm that bitch officially, okay? I'm that bitch. I'm a cracked theory queen, if you will. Okay? And I just out of all the things, okay, out of all the things, I did not expect there to be anything that would support my simulation theory, and this glitchy stuff is really supporting my simulation theory, and it's really doing things to my ego. Okay, I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now. Why does everything have to reinforce your crazy theories somehow? Listen, stop, because you can't tell me like the other things, you know, like the Chiaki like looking into the camera or whatever thing. I fully admit that was cracked, okay? That was cracked. It's a weak argument, but I like it, and so I went with it. But what the fuck else is that glitching supposed to be? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You cannot deny that that really supports simulation theory, okay? You cannot deny that. None of y'all can deny that. Okay? No, I do not think it did. No, I don't buy that. Weird colors? We're not talking about weird colors. What the fuck you mean? No. This is different. Even if it did, this is different, okay? Simulation theory is real. Simulation theory is ultimate copium. Simulation theory is real. I'm coping. Yay! Sorry, is that a fire happening behind the... Oh, not a fire. It's just like a gloomy mood, you know? But anyways, okay. It's fine. It's fine. A coincidence? What is Gundam doing here? Gundam? Hello? How did I only just now register that Gundam's here? Okay. A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the will of causality guiding you. Huh? Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
Did she say a hamster? I'm so confused. Okay, anyway. So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it. Nagito.
I wonder who's watching this message.
My Pookie. Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? Oh. Wait, but did she mean like walking with Gundam before he died? Hold on. I'm confused now. Let me scroll up. No, she literally said Gundam's hamster. No, this is after Gundam died. Why is nobody acknowledging that people that are supposed to be dead are suddenly glitching into our world? Why is nobody acknowledging that? Tell me that. Why is nobody acknowledging that? Okay, anyways, I wonder who's watching this message. Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Stop gaslighting me. Stop. Ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it was just as Monokuma said.
Hey.
So he really set up the traitor as the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Stop it! God. Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Nobody is acknowledging this. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video...
Unfortunate.
Then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. What? I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Dropout? Now then, let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. Sure. I don't know what you are talking about, the other people being here being weird. I think you are doing to morphogenetic stuff because they never... I can't do this right now. I can't. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... For sure. Agreed. Yeah. For sure. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so I was able to learn the truth about this world. There ain't no fucking way, brother. There ain't no fucking way. I'm never gonna shut up about this. If that, And so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. Check the web for details. Okay. Did I accidentally skip something? Okay, no. But now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. I guess so. I mean, here's the thing. Even with simulation theory, I don't fully know what the motivation for it is, like what the true purpose of it is. But yes, in a sense that Chiaki isn't dead, other people aren't dead, but I do kind of believe that simulation theory and Chiaki AI theory go hand in hand, which means that she's probably limited to this simulation. So even if we get out of the simulation and are fine, you know, it's not like I get to hop back into the real world with Chiaki necessarily, but who knows? Hard to say. But anyways, but only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... I don't know, the girl who loves despair? Seriously pissing me off. Something... So happy, so... Oh. Alright. Leaves. I can't figure out the after off. I can't believe something. This is only... I'm not sure. Anyway. I think your game is bugged. You should return it on Steam. I think it's a little bit late for that, unfortunately. Computer, get an IVA set up. Gotta remove the eye. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, probably Hell and I Can't Believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Geez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. So I guess originally in my simulation theory, I thought that maybe they made Junko forget who she is and trapped her in this world to try to like keep her from being able to continuously harm. But with him just saying that this world sounds like it's set up so that whenever you're out of it, it builds up this hope and the despair that we experienced in this world ends up not even holding a candle to the despair that's awaiting us outside of this world, right? And so I'm gonna alter my theory a little bit in terms of Sonia / potentially Junko's involvement in that to being that maybe Junko purposefully had her own memories wiped so that she could experience despair in like because if she's already, you know, went through this game once before and experienced and soaked up all the despair that comes from it, doing it another time probably isn't gonna be as exciting, right? Like it's probably not gonna feel as good as the first time around. So perhaps she's trying to like emulate that experience again, and even more so erasing her own memories of it so that it's like organically, like truly like experiencing the despair as everybody else would experience it, because even she doesn't know. She doesn't even know that she's behind it, right? She doesn't even know that she's causing it, kind of, right? Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like, so I could see maybe if that's the way we're going with this. And this is all, again, this is all hindering on the fact that Junko is somehow still alive, because yes, we think she was crushed to death, but I tell you something, one thing I learned from Teen Wolf, you don't see that dead body. I don't fully believe they're dead. I don't believe it. So assuming she somehow survived, or maybe even was able to, if we want to get really cracked with it, was able to like upload her consciousness somewhere. We really want to go fucking crazy. But either way, it would make sense why, if she truly is the mastermind behind all this and wanted to do this again, it would make sense for her to erase her own memories and I guess kind of alter her personality in a way, unless the Sonia's personality is an act. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of ways we could interpret that, but either way, to make her be able to experience despair as all the other students experience it in this experience. So I think I'm leaning a little more that way now, just because of the things that Nagito just said. And then on top of it, she's having this experience the same way everybody else would be, but we'll also get to organically experience whatever despair awaits us outside of this world. So as the girl who we know loves the ultimate despair, what better way to achieve that for herself, right? To be able to experience that for herself. Could be. Okay, anyway, let's continue. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go. The ruins? The key to enter that place, yeah, the ruins, is that message you found at Nezumi Castle, but we don't know the password. We don't know. Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. Excuse me. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. I don't know what the password is, but that has nothing to do with me. Oh, you guys will still think you're not gonna die or something. They have the WW. I wonder if that's meant to be like lol, the lol in Japanese, because like using W's like that is like a laughing thing, basically. Stop it, don't Stop. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, oh, I'll announce the password. Leon? Really? Ah. Okay, 11037. That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. You got it, King. You got it, King. I got you. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me. Yes,
Please
sir.
call me the ultimate hope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This was Nagito's final message. Interestingly, it is absolutely possible to read that through the scratches. Seen it happen once or twice. Oh, it makes me want to look at it again. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. Oi! Mahiru! There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter that ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right. Let's go. All right. Well, let's fucking do it. What happens if I talk to them? Do they glitch out? Let's make haste. As long as we work together, we will not lose to Monokuma or anyone else.
Damn right.
Looks like the others have already left. We should go too. What? Are you scared now? Of course not. Let's crush Monokuma's plan. You're right. There's nothing to worry about since everyone's here. Oh, he acknowledged. Well, maybe he didn't mean it like that, though. As long as Coach Nekomaru and me are here, we won't lose. Just leave it to us.
There's something
If you looked at it, attempting to figure it out, it would be possible to figure it out knowing the first game. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't looking for numbers. That bastard Nagito, he was screwed up till the very end. What was that praise me crap?
Of course not.
After all the crap he put us through, there's no way we'd ever do that. All right, well, let's get out of here. Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. Okay. It's snowing. Okay. Interesting colors. There's snow. A lot of things are happening. Somehow it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's going to be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? Huh. There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
Do it!
Damn right! It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks for the food.
Ew, get out of here.
Dumbass.
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Master for you.
Going to be all right. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Yeah, I was crazy for that, Az, that's for sure. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Okay. What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said, you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. Yeah, I know. I know, they are cute. 11037, right?
It'll be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Time to decide. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. Is this gonna take us out of the simulation? Well, that's crazy looking.
Is this a trial ground?
Looks like it.
But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go? Everyone?
What? Something's wrong? What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world? Hold on. This song's banging. Stage clear. Stop it. Stop. A present? Gamer's backpack. Let's go. Yeah, let's fucking save for sure, for sure. Chapter 0, heading to the school trip. I would be proud too. That seems hella fucking fun. Would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in. It was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. Me too, bestie, me too. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komaeda. I do like shipping. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So to share a room with a person like that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. Boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? Starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope Speak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? Ah, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Oh, oh, God. Nagito, you need to trim your fucking fingernails, brother. Oh my God. Fucking claws. Jesus F. Wait. Bro's got talents. Yeah, he fucking do. He's got familiar talents, don't he? Never took him for that shade of polish, but hey, you rock it, bro. Yeah? Does he, though? Does he, though? Because... I don't know, something's not looking quite right to me. Then will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much. Hi, Clothes. How's it going? Those nails are 100% natural too. You know the dude has perfect nails naturally. I'm sorry, my brain's like gonna explode, I think. I'm trying to cook and... It won't let me look at the log. Hate. Then explain your hand. This? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? Can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Okay, freak. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see, so you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh, that's strange. Huh? Look out the window. We're finally here. Are? You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Worry. Okay. My brain. Huh? What is this? It's a door. There's a door. Thank you, Neo. Can't nobody do it like me. Huh? A door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Huh? Isn't this a classroom? A violin. I know, right? This is the first thing I fucking look at. But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground. But then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before. When we were all gathered in that classroom, just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is that? Or where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Truly wild. Bing bong, bing bong.
Ahem, ahem. Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy." But why would this place be Hope's Peak Academy? And not just that. What is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? We are so back, boys. We are so fucking back. Can I do anything else?
No.
Oh, this is so lit. Oh, it's so lit. I'm literally going to lose my fucking mind. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. Definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this creepy place the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the fun house. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go and definitely clear things up. Bruh. This is so fucking crazy. The Despair Hotel. Guess I can't interact with those, unfortunately. I love how they use the first game's monitoring room background with the wine rather than the second game's beach chair and tropical drink for one for the Monokuma announcement. I love it. This is so iconic. Interesting. Oh, about 10,000 steps. Nice, I guess. All right. Let's see. The gymnasium is here, right? All right, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. When I played Danganronpa 1, all the 2D sprites were wiggling out, so the sprites were flying and were... I don't remember. It'd be hilarious if you could go into the store and get exclusive presents from the first game. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Hope's Peak Academy or something.
That is...
That cannot be possible.
Well, yeah.
You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Hello! How does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
You.
Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
That's...
What a shock. I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy.
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway? What's left of it?
What?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that? I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope's Peak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
Oh well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone?
Don't fuck with me!
Enough with this bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and
In other words,
it means I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean between?
hey, hey, hey!
What do you mean made?
What's this?
I'm feeling nostalgic. Oh my. Are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Yes. Good. Very good. Fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. You know, it didn't occur to me, because, you know, the initial, like, starting point for my whole, like, simulation theory was going full-blown Doki Doki, and that Chiaki looking at the camera is like she's looking at us, like, the player, not Hajime. And I didn't think about it until you just said that, Close, but I wonder if that was supposed to be, like, rather than another student or someone who's lurking around, whether it's supposed to be, like, breaking the fourth wall. I think so, probably, huh? Anyways, it's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
are you sure about this?
But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So,
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right!
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
no.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning, you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I've dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. Yes, sir. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
Here's Hope in close. How'd we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
it cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. Said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? Look at us, so full of hope and excitement. I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope? That's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime? Did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard.
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey,
Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma?
However,
The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No. Even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do?
Damn it.
Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right? Is the graduation exam just gonna be a trial and we're gonna go around the school getting, like, truth bullets that are explaining what's going on here and why we're here, and then the trial is, like, us using those to solve it?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have it?
All right!
Just need to take out their hearts and nobody, and they'll be in a wait. Are we transplanting hearts? All right, I'm gonna do it.
Prepare yourself.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hope's Peak Academy. About ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine.
hey.
Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course!
Hell yes! He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is. What's happened to Hope's Peak Academy. None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey, hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building?
Even so.
I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking, running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're pathetic.
Kane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia.
Miss Sonia!
Meow? Hi, Fevers. I find it interesting that she bowed there. You just like plop down? Hi, baby. The weird ass building is called Hope Speak Academy, sir. For real. Miss Sonia, please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. But I don't think she's a robot. I just think it's interesting because she's not supposed to be Japanese. So like, but if she's actually Junko, then, you know, anyway, whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself again, but I just thought that was an interesting detail. I don't think she's a robot. I don't think she's a robot. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Yeah, it might just be that she's really into the culture. But I just think that's interesting that we've never seen her do something like that before. Almost feels like maybe a slip or something, but I'm probably overthinking it. Anyways, just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Okay, well, I did give another possibility, which we literally just talked about yesterday, bestie. So she might be, she might not be. She might be the model for a robot. Who's to say? Thank you for getting your daily mixities. Am I winning? I think I actually might be. I think I might be a fucking genius. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand, and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Oh yeah, we so are. Ooh. Hey, bestie.
I knew you could do it.
Robots are the best. Don't know the context. You know what? I agree. Doesn't seem like I can click on anything in here, so guess let me leave. My dream is to one day marry a robot despite what Kissy wants. You can't betray Kissy. That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? Did she know? I don't know. I might have to have a talk with her. Oh, hold on. Okay. Imagine if that was just actually Monokuma standing there like, what are you still doing here? Investigate, not for real. That would have been a little scary. A little unnerving. I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Yeah, no way, no way. Whoops, Sonia. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? Yeah, I feel you, girl. I feel you. Do I have a map here? So I came from here. We're upstairs, it looks like. Can't go in either of those. Let's go this way first, I guess. Cool. Can I actually go in here? No, got like a barrier. Okay. Didn't do any of those. Dojo, okay. Hi, Aria. Hello. Yes, it's going good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I might be fucking on to something. Yeah, no, those walls are very visible for sure. Yeah, I think so, I think so. Is this a dojo? Pretty. Full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Yeah, at this point, I'm thinking so. What is this? Oh, a history of Hope's Peak Academy. Manga for morons. Love it. I love it when they make it consumable for me. Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Can't wait. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Thank you for getting your daily vent, Arya. Hope you're having a good day today. Hope you're doing good. Okay, I'm a genius in a certain topic, okay? My cracked theories might be genius, actually. Let's start with history first, class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? I'm glad to hear you're having a good day. That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting us out of here, no matter what it is. Gotta do what you gotta do. Look how cute! I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Stop it, no, stop. No contracts are being made. Not with that motherfucker. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent. It is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department, who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high school students. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. Me, it's me. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Great story. The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Plus these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no. It'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. Hold on. Ophelia? Are you being bad? Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you are with the way you scampered. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do with you? Come here. Beefers. I've got Beef in arm jail. She's rubbing her face against mine though, so I think she's pretty happy with it. Are you being naughty? Yeah? Is it because you heard I'm leaving for the weekend? Is that what it is? You're acting out because I'm leaving? I know. Ugh. Hajime, you watch someone get blasted off into space on a fist rocket. Suspension of disbelief at this point shouldn't be so difficult. Not for real. The reserve department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve course students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again. The thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the reserve department? That's what I'm fucking saying. What the fuck was up with that? I don't trust any of this shit, not one bit. The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? Damn. Rude, but okay. So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve course students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. I repressed it, yeah, probably. You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. Happens pretty often. Not that I'd know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve course student. Damn it, what the heck? All right, reserve department. Our first truth bullet. Let's fucking go. Any Monokumas here for me? I don't think so. It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? The map developers? Like, there are weird ones deep frying Teru Gundam with the magic circle, etc. But Mikan's was on a whole other level. Nah, I agree. I agree for sure. Okay, all right. Guess they did. Does this monitor serve the same purpose as the monitors on the island? So this would be under Monokuma's supervision, right? This place really Hope's Peak Academy? Damn it, what's going on? I'm fucking saying, brother. This cherry tree is in full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo, but in this situation, it just looks bizarre. You want to know something kind of funny, or I don't know, just a random fact? Is every time I hear the word dojo, I think of Club Penguin because that's the first time I ever heard that word. So I just think about the Club Penguin dojo every single time. Now every single time I hear that word, I'm like, oh, Club Penguin. I just remember doing my little dance in the dojo. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. You know, I wonder where my Club Penguin boyfriend is now. There was definitely times I got on there and I met someone and I was like, hi, and they're like, hi. And they're like, you want to be my girlfriend? And I'm like, yeah. I wonder how he's doing. Hope he's doing good. Hope he wasn't an old man. I don't know. I think we were only a couple for like that day, but you know, it was a good day anyway. My shortest relationship to date. But you know, I hope he's well. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking woodblock key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. Oh goodness. Sometimes I miss those days, man. Miss those days. That target seems pretty far away. If the production... Don't be mistaken. I feel so fucking good right now. If the production team had had more time, there could have been a mini game here. I'm ecstatic. I'm fucking ecstatic. Oh wait, what am I saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? It's almost like you're saying what I've been saying. The cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. The falling petals add to the elegance of the scene. Kyoko and Peko were here. It would have looked truly picturesque. For their sakes as well, I will definitely go home. Okay. How big will the crash out be if things aren't as you think? I won't crash out. I won't crash out. I think I'll be a little sad just because I love simulation theory so much, but I don't think I'll crash out about it. Yeah, because whatever the truth is, even if simulation theory is wrong, whatever the truth is, I know it's gonna be banging. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be banging. So I'm okay with that. But if simulation theory is right, I'm gonna lose my shit just because I really, like, of all the theories I've ever given in any of the games I've played, that one is the most, like, cracked, I think. And as I said it, I realized and knew how cracked it was. So if I somehow was right about that, that's why. Like, I'm gonna lose my shit if it's right. If it's not right, I might be a little sad because I like simulation theory, but I won't crash out over it or anything. Hajime, I know this. It's an alien or demon or something, some kind of syndrome or some such. Or some such. I don't know why, I just love that wording. I'm the one who killed Kurisu. Well, you know. What can I say? I have a penchant for these things, apparently. Alright, sure, surveillance camera. Yeah. Okay, I think I interacted with everything in here. So I think we can, head out. Did something else open up? Where have I not been yet? Oh, is this a different classroom than I was in before? I think it was. I think we were in the other one next to it, maybe. Oh, maybe not, but there is something in here now. Another book. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. I gotta say, I'm disappointed that with these evidences, we got manga, but it's just reading it out to me. It's not giving me pictures. Like, at that point, you should have just made it a normal book. Because now I'm sad. Like, you know? Where are my panels? I want the manga. Would have been another fun touch if some of the searched things had monocoins in them, like the first game. Yeah, I was thinking that earlier, like whenever we first were in the classroom, and I was like, oh, I can't click on anything. It just made me remember we'd be clicking around looking for the monocoins. All right, this one is Manga for Morons: The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Huh. Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little bit about that incident? Let's do it. Took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. What's up, baby? Hi, sweetheart. I know, you're restless, aren't you? I promise we play after stream. I promise we play after stream. Yeah, I know. To see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. Imagine that. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Oh my goodness, hi sweet girl, you want kisses? She's so cute because whenever she wants kissies during stream, she comes and puts her paws up on my armrest, but she's like gripping on it, like fully gripping, reaching over and over, trying to get me to come give her kissies. Now you're a nappy. Hi, baby. You're being so lovely. You want to play with my hoodie strings? Let's not chew on the cord, but you can chew on my hoodie strings. I'm okay with that. I'll allow it. All right. All right, anyways, Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Izuru. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. That's really dystopian. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy's student council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of reserve course students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Man, you are really going to town down there, aren't you? You are just chewing. You look a little feral, babe. Okay, you know, maybe not. Maybe not. You are like tearing these up. Or hoodie strings. They're like, ugh, they're wet too. Ugh. Ugh, girl. Girl. Slobbering all over my hoodie strings. What's that about? She's giving me a really demented look. You are in full, like, play mode right now. Do we have a toy nearby for you? Your bell ball's over there. You want to play with your bell ball? She looks pissed that I put the strings away. She's giving me that, like, stink face that cats do. All right, she hopped down. Are manga backwards? Never read one. I just noticed the spine is long. Yeah, they are. They are. Books, like Japanese books in general are like that. You read right to left instead of left to right. At least, like, traditionally. Yeah. They all. I have to hide all my shoestrings from them because they be fucking crazy. They be tearing it up. I don't mind if they chew on this particular hoodie strings a little bit, but she was really going to fucking town. This one's kind of crappy though. Anyways, yeah, the tragedy. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. I love it when they give their citations, you know? We love to have some cited sources. They are. She had that bitch fucked up. She's shredding it. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. Oh, there's way. What irony. For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for... Regal, huh? For society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. Seriously pisses me off. There is no? Is there? Is there not? Well, ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said that the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. They sure do, don't they? No hands. Those can't go there. Oh wait, does the gray mean that it's open? Raw? Fucking raw! Rah! Alright, well, let's do it. The hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. Like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Just looking for Monokumas. Alright. Ew, there's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. Ugh. Like how that looks. Freaking me out. Story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. Trigger happy havoc? At first, the uprising by the reserve course students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. They used TikTok. Yeah, no, they definitely did. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? Oh my, you don't like the manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? Thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand. I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see. So that's how it is. Ultimate despair is always something that makes me laugh with the difference between English. Yeah, I remember you mentioned the super high school level. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. I love it. It's so long-winded. Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. It's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... No. That's definitely it. Yeah, it's giving very much like edgy, emo, like... And you know, I love that. Sorry, what did I just click? Oh, okay, it's just saying the truth bullet. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Oh, I did want to click around in there more. That was close. I nearly froze to death. No! Oh. Flooding me back in. Let me just look at everything. This idea should have been canceled during development or something. Stop. Oh! I knew there had to be one in here.
I've been found.
I knew it. That's why I was sad. I thought it kicked me out and wouldn't let me back in. I was like, there's definitely a Monokuma in here. I thought it would be hidden in one of the freezers, though. Raw. Okay. Wait, I'm not sure. In there. can't go up the stairs or anything. Well, we only have these other two options. Where else do I go? Did I not discover something in here that I was supposed to? Is that why it... No, I interacted with everything, didn't I? Thought so. Yeah. I know, yeah, I didn't notice it at all. It was pretty well hidden in that dark little space. I have no idea where to go. I've been in both the classrooms and in the dojo. And it doesn't let me go down the stairs. Am I supposed to backtrack a little? Or did I miss something somewhere? No, I'm confused. Or is it the room next to it? Wait, it might be this one. Yeah, I think it was blocked off, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Whatever you say.
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, the bastard bear was suddenly here. Keeps glancing at me. Wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way.
Right.
So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either. Yeah, not really, but sometimes you gotta do stuff you don't want to do. Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No, no.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you word by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up! What did you need to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima?
Hey,
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that
Don't
group.
fuck with me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. Very culty. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons? Is that how you say it? I always forget how to say that word. Echelon? I think, of power. Yay! I finally got it! Yay! Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat?
Huh?
Then what was their purpose? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. The hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the reserve course students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide. It's a lot. Mass suicide?
What did you say?
All 2,357 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it.
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair? Junko Enoshima? Doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima is already dead. Huh? Look at her! She's here! Reserve department has been updated. Alright. Oh. Making sure there's not a Monokuma hiding in these little crevasses here. I don't think so, though. I think we've gotten 3 already. Oh, I'm supposed to keep talking to him. Hey, Fuyuhiko. Is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is really dead? What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
like...
Turns out that killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko and Oshima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. I see you with those ... dots. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko and Oshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko and Oshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Okay. I'm gonna make a small revision. Or not revision, but let's say another possibility. Okay. If Junko is really dead, or like, yeah, if she's really dead, okay. Kind of going off what we were talking about before with like that we think Sonya's just really into like Japanese culture and stuff. She clearly gets very like into the things she's into. So I suppose something I haven't accounted for yet, or at least I don't think I ever thought of, is that if Junko's really dead, if this really isn't Junko, it's possible that Sonya's just a copycat. You know, she could, maybe she, you know, discovered Junko and just wanted to like impersonate, or not impersonate, but like mimic what she did. That could be another possibility rather than saying that Junko's surprise not dead and Sonya is Junko. I could see either possibility. I still think Sonya's sus though, either way. So I think she's either actually Junko or she's like a wannabe. She's like a Kylo Ren. If Junko and Oshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stopped the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere, just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Although, I do still like to lean towards Junko's still alive and Junko is Sonya because... And my main reason for that is because of a very small detail, but one that I think is interesting if it could be like foreshadowing to it, which is the whole thing about Sonya saying that her country that no one's ever fucking heard of before isn't on maps because it's so small or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Or maybe it just doesn't fucking exist and that's your backstory, you know, that's your cover up. And I just like that idea, you know? So for that reason, I still think I lean more towards the original theory, but copycat could also be possible for sure. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Huh? possible as I might be a figment of your imagination. What are you gonna do then? Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh, how exciting.
One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again. No, not the flagpole, no. Now then, I'll give you guys my all. Don't, please don't. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. Oh, I'll raise them flags like crazy. I'm good. You don't need to do that. There's no need for that. All right. Oh, Akane's here. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Are we just on a different floor? Maybe. What's up, Akane? Akane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut feeling.
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean? Who?
So,
I don't know. It's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
God, aggressive. But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Let's go to this. So which ones are the ones I can access? Green? Oh, I'm confused. Okay, go to the music room, I guess. This looks like the music room. Feel like I can see something strange. Yeah, really? You think so? Looks like some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that. The mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Future Foundation's origins. I didn't mean to click that. Oh, is that just a camera? Yeah. Hologram. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. Looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. The Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Ashima rallying them. In a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Neo! Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore, maybe. Starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. That's kind of fair. That really might be the case. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No. As long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma. If he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Oshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The music room that has zero purpose in the first game. Oh god, I really can't like reference shit from the first game for the most part because I just don't remember it that well anymore. I to be quite honest, I forgot about this room. Other than what's happened in it in this game, you know? Completely forgot. The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. There really is a research facility on this island. There should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. Yeah, tell me about it. I feel like there should be a Monokuma in here, but I don't see one. I don't think so. There was a music room in the first game and you didn't do anything in it, as far as I know. Like, literally nothing. God, straight up, I do not remember it at all. Not at all. It's a very nice looking grand piano. It might be very valuable. Ibuki might have been able to play this. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. And I don't see a Monokuma, so unless he's like really well tucked away somewhere, I think we're good in this one. Yeah, I remember the music room and the events of it in this game, but I don't remember it at all from the first game. All right. All right. Lost. Can't get in those. Can't get in there. Can't get in there. Can't do that. Already went in there. Office, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't remember it at all, so... And maybe that's why I don't remember it at all. There was one infuriating scene that took place in it during the initial investigation. Makoto, having found out who the traitor was, Kyoko asks if something is bothering him. Game gives you a tell her, don't tell her prompt. Won't let you tell her. Then she gets mad at you. God, see, I don't remember that really either. God. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
No.
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. What I'm fucking saying. That's what I'm fucking saying. No one listens to me. Oh, there we go.
Huh? Are you serious?
I am. So serious. List of subjects. I want to see that picture up close. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that. Oh, the pictures of Hiyoko? Interesting. Okay. Are names I've seen before. Oh, no matter, you mean with what Neo was talking about? There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hiyoko Saionji is written there. What is this newspaper? What is this? It does not look like her at all in terms of just like the vibes she's giving. It says Miss Hiyoko Saionji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure is too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean? This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko Saionji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name?
I mean...
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
Man.
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Saionji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hiyoko. Huh?
Of course not!
What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like that. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
today,
Well,
I'm feeling
regardless,
white.
all the clues I've provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
Interesting. I don't really have a theory for that. That's definitely interesting. I'm gonna have to cook on that for a while, I feel like. I mean, it's not completely out of the question. George Foreman named all his sons George. Granted, that's a whole brain damage from lots of punches to the head thing. What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in this newspaper... Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey, hey!
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there?
This
Huh?
is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under the list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it? It's better not... It better not have anything to do with time travel. Well, you never know. You never do know. Oh, this is Izuru. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says Hope's Peak Academy founder Izuru Kamukura. Founder of Hope's Peak Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamukura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. As per usual. Same eye color. Just saying. Y'all know how I feel about eye colors. Sorry, I was just looking at her name. Hi, Cinder. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hope you're still doing good too. Is it gonna go through this whole dialogue again? I just wanted to look at it closely again. Okay, didn't do the full thing. Good. Alright, we can back up from that now. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretchy. Flowers on top of the desk. Plus, they look strange to me. Are my eyes just tired? I don't think so. There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Okay, big stretch. You know what? Let me even stretch my legs because I've been crunched up in my chair. Ugh. My knees. Ugh. Okay. Changed the eye color of the Earth sprite and modeled the rest of the sprite. Oh, right. I saw it, like, I glanced at it at work. I didn't get to take, like, a good look, though. I'll check it out later. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. Guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko Enoshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko Enoshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. Yeah, this kind of indicates more towards the other theory with Sonia being like a copycat or, you know, taking control of things if Junko is actually dead. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. Although then I think it's interesting that she looks very similar, but I suppose she could have tried to just make herself look more similar to Junko too, like as a quote-unquote fan, if you will. Like she could be wearing colored contacts, dye her hair, all that stuff. Very possible. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them? I've got a friend over, so can't stay, but wanted to check in on you. Thanks, Cinder. Hope you have fun with your friend. Thanks so much for popping in again. That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Whew. Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage. Next stage? Oh boy. Oh. Have one more look here. Man is shredding in the background there. Damn it, not again. The hallway is different from last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I'm moved to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. Oh, this looks fucking crazy. Looks so cool. Looks fucking insane. Whoa. Oh my god. This is so fucking trippy. Love it. I know there's a door there. I'm just looking around. So cool. All right, let's look. Rec room. Oh, I think I see a handbook there. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. Like that it's floating. Little glance around. Oh, it's a file. File with Hope's Peak Academy's seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously, Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope cultivation plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms, and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? Iris, hi baby. Nice sweet girl. Come up here? Yeah, you can if you want. You can if you want. I got a spot just for you. Come here, baby. Come here. There she is. Hi, sweetie. All right, it's a nice firm-looking leather sofa. It looks like it'd be comfortable for anyone to sleep on. Okay, that's nice. Glad I know that now. There's a lot of different magazines here. Fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer, travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. Mahito would have been happy to see this. There's a dartboard, but this is still a school, right? Or did Monokuma just randomly make up this place? That is the question, ain't it? This hologram again. What's this one say? Looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Oh. Well, there was like Mikon and Gundam with like their bandages and stuff. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. I don't know, it seems super short. Like, even if you're pretty short, I think your feet would either have to be over the arm or stuck through it, which doesn't seem super comfortable. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I wasn't impressed, but whatever you say, Hajime. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Remnants of despair. The Academy's survivors. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
My, Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway? It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No.
Well, who cares about me anyway? It's not important at all. Many talents, huh? There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. It's some crazy ass shit, brother. Just make sure I got everything in here. I think I did. Hi, Iris. Hi, sweet girl. Oh! Okay. Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. Pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Yeah, you're fucking telling me. You are telling me. Whoa. Shit. Akane, you good? Or are you owarida? It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Kane's twitching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut feeling.
They're definitely real close. At least that's what my gut is telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see. My gut is feeling they're both.
Yo!
He's right. They're both. Both? What do you mean?
You.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. This is perfectly normal. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's true, I guess. All right, Akane. Thanks for the input. Guess I get to go down the dark passage. That's fine. I'm sure there's nothing scary down here. Was there an entrance to that? Oh, there is right here. The upside down library. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Just this email? It's hologram again. Must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. To Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Alright. Could be. You just never know anymore. Huh? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room. What have I done? What do you mean? Would have been a perfect place to do an 8-bit remix of New World Order like they did for Kill Command. Ooh. I see you.
No.
Yes. The Junko, magazine. Oh, tablet PC. This looks like a tablet computer. Looks like the power's on too. Is this the next clue? Picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World Program. This world, Neo World. Seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World Program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World Program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. Additionally, the Neo World Program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Okay. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah! I can't scream. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I am starting to accept that. There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice.
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me too?
Hiya.
Oh my gosh. Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Bruh. This is so fucking sick. Stop. Oh, Sonia's here.
Well,
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? Huh? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite, which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, if the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden? Huh?
oh my.
Huh? I'm not sure. I do not fully understand. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck, Sonia? Being a fucking freak? Being a fucking weird ass bitch? I'm on a... Oh, okay. Don't freak out, don't freak out! The moment you discover that the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Fair enough, fair enough. Big object. Renderer will not a registered. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. I say, but make no note of all the other objects that were floating in the rec room. But what in the world is it? And the moment I looked at that object... Chihiro! Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program. A person? Floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No. Is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me alter ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk. But what are you? Alter ego? Artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. Sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has affected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it, it's that feeling from earlier again. This floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. I think they meant floating feeling. Like I can't feel my feet or the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where the research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that there wasn't enough time to collect any data. Sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words. I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction. Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here, the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. I noticed that. I wasn't gonna say anything, but like, why? For what reason? Why? With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to. So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. Sounds like we're just lab rats. Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and the virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. So like Monami and Chiaki, right? By the way, the Observer is the teacher role. In the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the Observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. The teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity. but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. The alter ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego? If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging attack against another one. That's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could enter the facility is someone who is a member of the Future Foundation. What am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Observers. And Neo World program. No, not familiar at all. But it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. Just a second. I need to cook on something for a second. Never mind. All right, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey, come
Okay.
on now.
Even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. So if it can be parallel to the deflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. What the fuck you talking about, brother? From there, the paradigm change results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with the joint ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites your death. Got it. I followed all of that very well. Hey? You know, that's the perfect response to all that. Just, hey? Okay, well, death, I guess. I mean, fair enough, you know? Fair enough. Makoto! What the heck? Yeah, it feels very, very normal for him. What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side? I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. Looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility, for not realizing that until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. Oh my gosh, I can't get comfy. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? Hi, Iris. She just jumped up on the back of my seat. What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037. That's the number we found at Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. Wow, so the hope fragments were even a thing? Like, or an actual, like, in-game, you know what I mean? Like a thing to the narrative. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left the 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Oh, yeah, understood. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst-case scenario where an observer who has the role of teacher goes rogue, I've prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Just like the forced shutdown box. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Not death again.
Say what?
What was that just now? Hey, Hajime. What was that weirdness just now? Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh well. Anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Fine, that's fine. No need. I think Monokuma's just been chanting death, 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 death all this time. Like, hey, Hajime, did you hear me? I said death, not for real. Did Monokuma not just notice what happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon. A very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. Is our weapon hope? The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? Shutdown sequence. Cool, cool, cool. I assume like this is leading up to. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my fingers were on the wrong buttons. I was like, why is it not moving the right way? So sorry. So sorry. Was too caught up in the lore. Okay, I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna continue just to see if it hits like a natural endpoint, but I do need to wrap up soon. But I assume we're about to go into this this showdown, and it should be an apt save spot for next time.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall
Okay.
we just...
Honestly, I think this is a perfect spot right there where I just saved. So I think I'm going to wrap up here. And then next time, I suppose we're going to jump into the graduation test, whatever, graduation exam, and try to put together the final pieces of this. I mean, this is just insane. But, I mean, with the whole Neo World system thing, it definitely is supporting my simulation theory, though in a very different way. Well, not very different, but in a different way than what I had suspected. But I still take this as a major win for simulation theory, okay? And I do tell you what, I think I might be a genius. Yes, I do think I might be a genius, okay? I still called it. You know, I said it was a simulation. Although I will say, judging by the way that the conversations kind of revealing this have gone, I don't think this is a simulation where everyone that's died is like still alive in the real world, you know? Maybe, but it's feeling like not. I don't know. Based on what Makoto was saying there, it kind of feels like not, unless he was more so saying it and just like, even though he knows that it's not real or whatever, that it was putting us through more trauma, and maybe that, you know, maybe that's just what he was referring to. But I don't know, it felt a little more substantial than that. Although I will say, all that being said, this does fuck with our conversation with Makoto there, does fuck with the whole Nagito theory. So I'm interested to see where it's gonna go with that. You know, I'm curious to see what's gonna fucking happen with that, because I mean, whatever, but it's the name thing is still indisputable, okay? Like, what the fuck? There's a reason they fucking did that. Surely. Also, what I was doing earlier that I was cooking on a little bit, but I backtracked on it because it doesn't quite work. But because I realized, well, I was wondering if Sonia's name could be scrambled together to be like the Neo virus or something like that. But she doesn't have a U in her name, so it didn't work out. But a lot of the other letters were like shared with her name, you know, like her full name. So I was just a little curious about that. But it didn't quite work out. I just realized, I was like, okay, she has a V in her last name, so let me like think about this for a second. But yeah, like I said, there was no U, so that at least doesn't quite work. But anyways, it's not technically a class trial, it's a graduation exam. Monokuma wasn't lying that the last one was the last one. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Anyways. Oh my goodness, you guys. This shit is absolutely fucking bonkers, but I'm feeling pretty fucking good. And also, just like everything that's happened this stream, like going back to the school, but it being this really crazy glitched out version, getting all these lore drops, like, yo, this is so fucking cool. I'm having a blast with this. Like, I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen next and how this graduation exam's gonna go. Though I'm also a little bit nervous. So, we're just gonna see what happens. We'll be back next week with more Danganronpa 2. But, yeah, it's all coming together. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you're as happy as I am about the success with simulation theory. And here I was thinking I was fucking cracked. Oh my god. What can I say? I'm a fucking genius. What can I say? What can I say? Now we just need to see if Sonia theory is also correct. We need to see if Sonia theory is also correct. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out close, and thank you for the 300 biddies. So I'm feeling pretty good about simulation theory. I'm feeling good. Now we just need to see if Sonia theory at any capacity is correct. And, you know, I still hold on to Nagito theory a little bit, even though it doesn't quite make sense with the conversation and I can't really explain it. Because in that, like, Makoto referred to Nagito as like a separate person, you know? But I digress. I still think the name thing's fucking weird and there has to be a reason for it. Maybe we're all fucking NPCs. I don't fucking know. But, anyway, but I don't think that's true because otherwise why would we need saving? So, anyways, I don't know. I'm confused about that one, but I still think the name thing's fucking weird and there's gotta be a purpose for it and I'm sus about it. So we're just gonna have to see what happens. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for hanging out today. Coco and Jack consider each other different people with one body, just a random copium you could hold on to. That's true. That is true. That is true. We'll just have to see what happens. I mean, maybe I'm on to something, but not quite there. But I'm telling you, I can't get over the name thing. There's no fucking way. There's absolutely no fucking way, dude. There's a reason for that, and that conversation with Makoto threw me off on it a little bit, but, you know, I still think there's something there for sure. So we're just gonna have to see what happens, but anyways, you guys, all right, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I cannot wait to play more of this next week, but until then, hope you guys have a good rest of your night and a good day tomorrow and a good weekend. Like I said, I'm going home to visit my parents. I gotta start packing after this, so I'm gonna hop off and do that. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see y'all next week for more Zero Escape ZTD and of course more Danganronpa 2. And next week is my streamiversary, so I'm trying to plan what the fuck I even want to do for my streamiversary because I just have no idea. I don't know why she's struggling, but we'll figure it out. That's gonna be next Saturday, so I'm super duper excited for that as well. And I'll probably do some polls for it. We'll see. I need to have a good look through my Steam library and decide what kind of vibes I'm feeling for this year. So I'll let y'all know in the Discord. But anyways, thank you, Close. Thank you. I'm excited. It's been a while since I've been to see my parents, so I'm really excited to go see them. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of your night, good weekend. I'll see y'all next week. But until then, y'all know the drill. Make sure to hydrate, make sure to eat something if you haven't already, and make sure to do something that will make you smile before bed. All right, you guys, and I'll see you very, very soon in the next one. Bye bye. Good night.